Yes, as I walk through the uncanny valley of death, you shall fear no evil, for I am that evil.
Hi, okay, Editor Charlie here. There's a slight problem. Audio keeps overlapping in this one, and there's nothing I can do about it. It's hard baked into the audio. My sincerest apologies. I will do better next time. Okay, bye. Mwah. You're clicking with. You just don't. I feel like surely you've seen Bingus before. Like this isn't, and it's you know this cat. You've seen this cat.
I've seen a Bingus before.
See, you've seen it. So if you say you worked in a cat cafe and someone came over to you and went, "Do you have a Bingus?" Would you not immediately go, "Oh, I know what we're talking about"?
No, it would not, man. You act
Look at him.
like
He's getting.
Bingus has some sort of hold in reality,
He
separate
does.
from
Look at his
the
little
name of this
face.
cat. His
If
little
I
face.
if I if I never sent you the bro, don't do it, Ver Bingus, and it's shaved ice, but with
I don't
Bingus's
think
face
so. I
superimposed
don't know
into the
what you're
ice.
saying to me right now.
I'm giving you Bingus lore. He does the
I think
little
you're having a
dance.
mental break, actually.
Oh look, there's a kitty review. Bingus is very smooth and cute and mad drippy. 10 out of 10.
Oh, Lord. All right. Welcome to Uncanny Valley. We're talking about Thanksgiving and also Binguses today.
I would love see we had a cat review podcast where I just find random cats. I have so many cats on my TikTok. I've got like 200 cats followed.
Oh my god.
I,
Yeah, we got to do
I
a
don't
bonus
think
episode on cats.
I don't think Bingus has an official account. I know Uncle Bao does. For some reason, I find a lot of Oh, I'm hearing myself.
Hmm.
Chris, what
So,
happened? Where are we? Oh wait, I'm back.
it-
Okay,
oh,
I can hear myself again.
I yawned
Well,
and you could hear yourself.
that was very strange. You know Uncle Bao, though, don't you?
Uncle Balvo?
No, Vo as in Thou. Uncle Bao, the cat with the big pink belly.
No, I don't know why I asked a clarifying question because I don't know either of those things that were just said.
Oh, well, he's in the chat. You should look at him. For some reason, his official TikTok, I don't get a lot of new videos, but I found like a very young South Asian kid's TikTok where he always is just with Uncle Bao and has lots of photos and pillows of Uncle Bao. I
Hmm.
don't know what's going on.
I don't
You're
see
acting as
Uncle
if I'm
Bal. I see
insane.
Bingus in the chat still.
You go to chat in the call. Go down to the chat thing. You should see the kitty review for Bingus and
You're
Uncle
posting
Bao
it in a
getting his
different
belly
chat
slapped.
now. Okay.
Well, I can't
Okay, I'm
overload
seeing
you.
Uncle Bao.
You know Uncle Bao, don't you?
No. Is
What
it
internet
Bao with a
cats do you
B or
know?
Val with a V?
BAO Kabao
Oh,
bun.
Bao. Okay. Like a bao bun. Okay. I know a bao bun.
Do you know any internet cats?
No, I don't think so.
So you don't know Winky?
Wanky?
Winky, like you wink, Winky.
Oh.
He's a dwarf cat.
No,
We're not wanky. There you go. There's a live
Yeah,
Winky
I'd be concerned
reaction.
about Wanky the cat. Oh, there's
There's
Winky.
there's
Okay.
there's Winky, and then I'm gonna hit you with a Gumbus. Gumbus is a little freaky.
Stop with the Gumbus. What is this?
This is Gumbus the cat. I don't know. I
Are you,
definitely
you're
have had
pulling
Gumbus.
all of these out of your ass. These cannot all be real.
I'm going to Giphy and I'm searching, and these cats are famous enough to have their own gifs.
Oh my
I go to
god.
Gumbus. Butternut squash.
I
Oh no, it's
feel like
butternut
I'm going
squash.
crazy the more you talk about this.
It's butternut squash, but being reacted to by Gumbus. He doesn't
Oh,
think we're very cool, which is a seal of disapproval when it comes to Gumbus.
I really want to be validated by Gumbus, so that's unfortunate.
Oh sure, there'll definitely be a very cool. Hold on, I'll find you Gumbus. Oh, there he is.
Gumbus looks traumatized.
She's only 2, but she has a lot of health issues, so her face is a little funky.
Well, alright. Poor Gumbus.
Okay, we should probably talk about the movie we came here for.
Oh, this nonsense movie. Yeah, alright. We're talking today about Thanksgiving from somewhere in the 2020s. Is 2023 this came out? I
2023,
believe.
so fairly recent. I thought it was a lot older than it was. Saw us in cinemas.
Same. It kind of came and went. Yeah, it made surprising money too. They're making a sequel because this made about 3 times its budget back. And I don't think this had a big
Oh
advertising push either. The advertising
no,
push for this movie they did in a different movie years ago, basically.
no, there was definitely a big market push because I feel like this was the man who shall not be names, like most. Well, I suppose Hostel, but that was like a word of mouth situation. I feel
You don't
like
think Cabin
Thanksgiving.
Fever is still his
No,
most
I find
notable
more
movie?
people surely. Or Green Inferno. Green Inferno's getting like a kind of a pullback recently.
Weird. That's one I don't know that I would want to watch.
I mean, it's Cannibal Holocaust, but without being racist and assaulting children.
Right.
So
Without doing the stuff for real, I guess.
you want to watch the real one?
I don't know that I want to
You
watch
know,
either.
well, unfortunately, I thought this movie was trashy but fun. But when I went back to it, it's nah, so dull.
It's very
Uh,
boring. It's trashy. Fun. When I agree with it being fun, it's rarely fun, but there are moments. There's moments I want to give it credit for because there's special effects, cinematography, even some color grading that you don't see in other horror movies nowadays. And it's what's weird about this movie is it's bad. It's written poorly. All the actors are bad. Even Patrick Dempsey, who I enjoy in this, he's doing a bad job in a bad Boston accent, bad Massachusetts accent. But it's shot in a way that it stays visually interesting, to me anyway. It doesn't lose your eyes, even if it loses your attention.
Yeah, that's what I found very strange because it's shot like it's an incredibly generic looking film. It's not even that it's color graded blue. It's that it's weirdly impressive no matter what shot you're in. There's always blue lighting but naturally fits in the background, and it hit me about halfway through and I couldn't stop seeing it. And I don't know why that was like I surely the only reason you would do that is for some kind of narrative theme. But I don't even know what blue dabby dee dabby da would because
I'm watching I have it in the background and I'm looking at the scene before everyone breaks into the mall. There's a lot of people just with blue costume design. There's so much blue in this movie, and I didn't notice that until you just said it. People have
keep
blue
an eye out
shirts, blue
for
hats.
maybe there's red and white lighting a lot, and maybe it's like an American thing. You're gonna need to keep me posted.
What's weird
It's
is
the
I
only thing I can think
associate
of.
brown and orange with Thanksgiving. I'm trying to wonder if the only thematic resonance I can find with the color blue is that Plymouth, Massachusetts is, hypothetically where the Pilgrims settled, and blue could represent the ocean and the possibilities or the future that they were trying to find by settling in Plymouth, and how that those possibilities, those things that were possibilities in their heads became horror and pain and destruction for the people who they pushed that upon. That's a stretch, I think, for this movie.
I was going to say, Chris, let it be known, I don't know the American lore as much as you will. For me, American lore goes for was indigenous people, and you went, hey, let's be friends, and then you killed and raped them, and then said thank you for letting us kill and rape you, and then didn't
Yeah,
leave.
and let's celebrate it.
Yeah, let's throw a party.
It's almost like we said sorry for doing that, and then we just kept doing it. We said sorry, you forgive us, right?
He went, sorry, we took your land. You're not getting it back.
Yeah.
I do feel pretty bad about it.
Do you know about reservations? I assume. Well, I don't know. I don't know if there's anything similar in Scotland.
Okay. Give me a little rundown and see if I'm picking up what you're putting down.
I'm not going to purport to be an expert, and I don't want to talk too much, so I don't talk out of hand. But effectively, as a country, we siloed Native American communities into areas called reservations. We said, you know what, you can have, instead of this whole land that you had before, let's give you this little bit of acreage, and we'll give you jurisdiction over it. You can be the legal holders of that land, which is why reservations have casinos and a lot of money-making opportunities like that people will travel in for, and they can, it's a way for them to keep making money from people while being sort of, it's so complicated and it's so messy and gross. The bottom line of it is we just said, like, here's what you can have, and it's kind of nothing, and they still have to fight every second to just have basic rights with that, or even, the end result is that it's disintegrated from regular society. So I assume supply chains even don't reach properly. But I don't know that much, I'll be honest.
I've definitely seen them before, because obviously I've an interest in spooky things, and quite a lot of white people like to go to these indigenous communities and go, let's talk about their scary legends to them, as if they don't know. You ever seen Zach Brannigan doing the Skinwalker one, where he goes to native land
Zach
and just...
Brannigan?
Is that not his name? Is it Zach or
That's
Zap?
the character from Futurama.
Who's the
Zach
guy that
Braff?
does? Is he the one that has the place in, I think, Las Vegas, where it's filled with haunted items?
Maybe there is a Zach Brannigan. Maybe I'm just unaware of this person. I'm sure there is.
He does like one of those ghost shows where they'll walk into someone's old house and present.
Zach Baggins from Ghost Adventures?
Yes, sorry.
Yeah. No, you're fine. You're fine.
You can tell I'm tired. He has I
love Ghost Adventures because it's the goofiest shit. They're just going, bro, Bro, you see that ghost? Oh my god. That's Ghost
Well,
Adventures.
we do have an episode where we go to indigenous tribes and talk
Or
shit
something.
about skin. I'm pretty sure we get. Whoa! Every time you yawn, I can hear myself.
Wasn't
Chris,
going
what's
on
happening?
that time. I don't know.
I'm back. It's okay.
Yeah, this
I'm
will be a
pretty
fun
sure
one to edit.
we get like someone from like an indigenous community and ask him to come with him with a shotgun in case a Wendigo attacks.
Wild. Okay.
Despite him saying to them many times, if there's an evil spirit out here, you're not going to use a shotgun against it. It's not going to do anything.
I have heard a lot about skinwalkers.
You get a lot of that in analog horror. So I mean, if we ever
Interesting.
decide to go that full route, I love a skinwalker and a Wendigo. Anything spooky that like pretends to be a family member. That's my shit. See if the thing that I think is behind my door isn't what it says it is. That's some primo con. I accidentally sent you a bingus again. I'm sorry. I've been looking at him this entire time.
You gotta stop looking at Bingus while we're recording, man.
He's learning about colonisation, Chris.
Oh my god.
Okay, for me,
I've read a lot of short stories with skinwalkers in them. They make really good horror antagonists.
Okay, going back to what we were trying to talk about. For me,
Yeah,
I
this
thought
shit movie.
we were going like original zombie movie, like this is a metaphor for like the violence of capitalism, and they were trying to tie that back to a holiday that's built on violence that has been turned into consumerism. But I don't think the movie intentionally did that. I think that's more if I was a film student and I got told to write a piece on this movie, what I would pull out my ass to try and connect the dots. Because it's centered around Black Friday and Thanksgiving. Oh, hello, me again.
Are you loud? Because I don't know what's happening that you're hearing yourself.
No,
I'm not
I
even
don't know.
moving right now.
And it's gone again.
I think
Okay,
you might have to live with it and stop mentioning it so I don't have to edit you saying that every 20 minutes, unless it gets really bad.
No, do you know what we'll do? Is we'll include me as the third host for this episode. It's my skinwalker. Heard us talking.
I'm not
He's copying
hearing
my
it, is the
communication
thing.
skills.
So if it's only happening when you're not talking, it should be fine.
It's because it's a skinwalker in my closet.
It might be a
Copying my
skinwalker in your
words.
closet, yeah.
He's got a hammock of about 60 plushies covering him, so it'll take him a while to get out.
It's
Okay.
worth saying that this intro is just the intro from Krampus, right? I don't remember if that was Black Friday specifically, but it's a more grim version of just the intro from Krampus where everyone's fighting each other over capitalism.
Oh, I've not. Is this maybe an extended cut? Because I don't remember this.
The very
naughty
start
cut?
of Krampus, it's a slow-mo credit sequence of people in a mall or some sort of Christmas store fighting each other for stuff.
I suppose that's always been a theme in horror, though. Like, even Child's Play. Like, it's all about them trying to get the hot new doll in the market at Christmas time and having to get it through not official means. And then you get your dead movies. Sorry, my throat's killing. I'm sick this episode again. It's just, I think it's going to be it's going to be more often we get I'm well episodes than I'm unwell episodes.
Yeah, we'll have to specify when you're feeling well. No, people
Mhm.
get it. People get it. You're not a well
understand it.
man.
But do people understand the cat talk? That's what I'm interested in. If anyone listens to this, I need to know if you know these cats. Like, for instance, here's Rigby.
Email into theuncannyvalleypod@gmail.com about Bingus. Give us your
or
Bingus
your
thoughts.
favourite internet cat. Surely you've seen Mr. Rigby, Chris. I'm showing you Rigby. He has
What the
fainting
fuck?
goat syndrome, so his muscles contract silly. It doesn't hurt him, but he looks a little goofy. I'm sure
Oh
you've
my
seen him
God.
getting freaky. Hold on, I'll find him getting freaky.
Okay,
There he is.
we're gonna see him getting freaky.
Freaky Rigby.
Haven't you seen
know Freaky
Grumble the
Rigby.
Rumble Cat? You're not familiar?
What does Grumble do?
He doesn't exist. I just made that up because that sounds like what you've been saying to me for the past 20 minutes.
I looked up Grumble the Rumble. I'm seeing Aaron from Attack on Titan waving a bag of chicken nuggets, saying tummy rumbling.
Not what I meant, but I'll take it.
Is this the cat you were referring to?
I'll take it.
Okay, so
You know-
general thoughts, Chris, of the movie before we get too far into this again.
The writing is dead awful. Eli Roth should not have written this. What's frustrating is that it visually has something in it that I can't really define, but there's some good tracking shots. There's really good handheld shots in moments where he wants you to feel tense. There's good selection of cameras and utilization of them, but the writing is so bad that there's almost no movie here as a result of it.
And there's insanely good editing work as well. I don't know if Eli had a hand
yeah,
in
the
that.
editing is really good too. Good shout.
You do just enough to show, because it's a mix of CGI and practical effects throughout the entire movie, and
The
the
effects are
CGI is a
great.
bit wonky, but the practical's really good, and they time it perfectly so you can see what's happening, but not enough that you can linger on it to see the imperfections. Because there's fucking nothing to this movie aside from the kills. The kills are all really, really good. I think that's why
It's
stuck with me.
frustrating that it's so successful in the ways it's successful, but it doesn't. It's not like it is okay on the other level. It's just completely garbage on every level that it doesn't succeed.
To be fair, have you watched any Eli Roth movie that the dialogue isn't complete garbage?
No, I think I've only seen
No.
Cabin Fever.
You've never seen Hostel?
No,
It's insane to me.
That's
I feel like
worth doing.
everyone's seen Hostel.
Well,
No, we can't start
you feel wrong.
back to back in the Zionist filmography.
Oh, yeah, we'll
That
do that in
sends
like
us
a
a bad
year or
message.
something.
Do the Zionism special.
No, let's not even joke about that. Yeah,
Oh,
fuck Eli
okay.
Roth. Let's start with a big fuck Eli Roth.
Yeah, pirate this
And then
movie.
avoid saying
Going
his
to
name
watch it.
again. One more time.
Because I pirated this movie, Chris. I assume you pirated this movie.
Well, the thing is, if I did, I wouldn't admit it on a legal basis. So I probably might have.
To be fair, I would say, well, he probably won't sue you, but after his latest box office bomb, he might have to. It might be the only way to keep his career up.
His restitution is suing podcasters after Borderlands.
I loved Borderlands in that random zombie movie he made that only showed in 2 cinemas.
Oh, you have told me about this twice, and I keep forgetting about it. That he's made a whole thing besides Borderlands recently.
Chris, I'm pretty sure he forgot about his own movie.
Yeah, well, he's going back to Thanksgiving now, so it seems like it.
I don't think they'll give him the money for another one of these.
From what I've read, they're going to be filming in Salem, or not Salem. Salem, which like supposedly is going to get tax credits from the actual area. Plymouth, not Salem. Plymouth, Massachusetts. Salem is Halloween.
I was going to say, because if we're going Salem, you know we're going to go, it's the witch trials, so it'll be a female killer reveal, and it's actually maybe something to do about colonialism, misogyny.
That's
And
not nothing
would
if he
be the
switched
script.
to Halloween instead of Thanksgiving for the next one.
Yeah, but how are you going to do your teen killer mystery movie set on Halloween about a man in a mask that kills people and you have to figure out who's the killer within the friend group and not just be Scream?
True. Yeah.
Or you could bring back John Carver and then you're just doing Halloween.
I mean, that's what's interesting is I watched the original Grindhouse trailer again, and that's just doing a Halloween parody. So they've actually had to strip identity away from this in order to even make it something of its own. And they didn't add anything to it. They just took that out of it.
I mean, to be fair, with Green Inferno, it does seem like this is going to be Eli Roth's new thing going forward. He's just going to take a successful
Take an
movie
idea. Yeah.
and Rob Zombieify it.
If you can't write your own.
It's a weird subgenre of horror, and it's really only Joel, whatever his name is, the guy that's working with Eli on this new movie, Eli and Rob Zombie, where it's like trash exploitation is like the only way I can. It's super violent. Everyone's screaming obscenities every 5 minutes. There's semi-plot structure going on in the background, but it's mostly just so you can hire a bunch of teenagers to swear at each other and then die.
That's it. And can we mention, before we get too far away from the Scream comparison, this is listed on Google as comedy horror. They're
definitely comedy horror.
The comedy in this movie is so bad. I mean, it just ties into the writing, but like really bad.
I don't think it's supposed to be that intentionally funny. I like the man that's selling drugs and alcohol to children. I found him to be
He
quite
is
amusing.
what I found really not funny for the most part. He had 1 or 2 jokes that I liked. I liked when he shoots a blunderbuss and he just yells, "Blunderbuss!" That's pretty fun.
That's his Borderlands influence coming in.
I guess so, yeah.
Did you not like his guitar case that is actually just a gun case? And then he also
I did
has
like that.
his alarm clock that is also just a gun case. And then he has
everything's a gun case.
Is also a gun case.
Yeah, that was funny.
His comically large caliber of weapons to have in his one flat.
I like how he has so many weapons that he's just trying to offload them onto people. He keeps trying to give a knife to the main girl. He's like, "Come on, we have all these. You want it? Here you go. Here's a knife.
In her situation, I would take it though.
I don't know why
I think
she
he's
didn't
been very
take it the
reasonable.
first time. She took the ring, which she didn't realize had a knife in it, but I would have taken the knife if I were her when they're getting the gun.
Okay, well, going to this movie, it's a murder mystery. Were you in any way surprised at the killer reveal?
Not at all. I will say the first time I watched through it, which was around when it came out, I didn't know who it was until they revealed it, but I wasn't surprised whatsoever that it's, I guess, spoilers if you haven't seen it. It's the only name actor who survives past first scene. You know, you have Gina Gershon, who I think is sort of a fake out lead a little bit because she dies right away. And then it has to be Patrick Dempsey. It doesn't make sense for it to be anybody else. And then watching it through again, you know, I guess they put little hints that I appreciate. Like he says to I don't remember the actor or the character's name, but the guy who looks like bloated Billy Zane, he says to that guy's wife, "You're gonna make a great dinner." And then later in the movie, you see. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say she's Jennifer Coolidge, but we couldn't afford Jennifer Coolidge. She's
Kind
diet
of, yeah.
Jennifer Coolidge.
She is diet Jennifer Coolidge.
I guarantee was some great Jennifer Coolidge jokes that they wrote in the script for Jennifer Coolidge, and she said no, and then we just had to make that character a plank
Just make do.
because it's clear they've set her up for the like older women.
That's
very judgy.
That's the
type,
thing
and
is
it's
with
just-
better actors, this could have been serviceable. You know, people could have brought the audience through it a bit more.
Okay, so who's
But
your
even watching it in the background now, characters move
Yeah.
into scenes and the camera tracks them in really interesting ways. But then the camera lingers on actors that don't know what they're supposed to be representing, that don't have aura. They just don't have it. None of the actors in this movie.
But
Patrick
again,
Dempsey
with
is
this
the only
director-
one.
This director's body of work, really, what were you expecting?
I wasn't expecting more. It's just frustrating how much works in this movie that is bad.
Okay, well, if you believe a better cast would carry it, who's your 2025 Thanksgiving remake fan cast?
Fascinating. Let me loop back around to that. The only other point I was going to make with how you can figure out the killer if you're actually paying attention is that he has military grade stuff. He has flashbangs, and you wouldn't have that. The only other person it could be in that case is the new deputy, I guess, or
Or
someone
the guy
robbing
that
the police
has
station,
like a military storehold in his bedroom.
or the weird guy with everything. Yeah, fair. But
He's willing to give
I don't feel like he's a
weapons.
red herring in this movie. I feel like he feels like an Eli Roth insert character to me. He feels like he's just supposed to be the writer, basically.
So I don't see it. Are you insinuating that Eli Roth sells alcohol to children?
Probably.
He's
No.
like, that's me.
I
That's
don't
my
wanna
coolest
even-
aspect.
What's my legal culpability in saying something like that? Allegedly.
He allegedly sells alcohol to kids.
Sure, I can say allegedly, right?
I think so. I think that's the. I don't know.
we
Maybe
we
I
both
was
know a
discussing
lawyer. We might have
allegedly.
to contact her after this.
Oh, but no, because then she can get in trouble.
That's true. No, neither of us knows a lawyer.
Neither of us know anybody. The
No.
only thing we know is that Eli
I don't
Roth
actually know
sells alcohol
where
to
I am
children.
right now. I'm in a fugue state at this moment.
To be honest, Chris, I don't remember this movie we just watched. Well, I watched. I watched an
texted
hour and
me
a half.
about it while you were watching it, asking me, who's this character I'm looking at? And I said, I don't know, man. I watched this yesterday. I rewatched this yesterday. I don't know who you're talking about.
Like I know, I got a handle on that about 50 minutes later. I forgot that there was Blonde Girl number 2. I'm
Yeah.
trying to remember if she did anything in the movie that wasn't be the jock boy's girlfriend. But
No, she
I
doesn't
don't-
do anything besides that.
she must do something. Everyone
She's
does.
always with him.
Yeah, but even the other blonde girl, she doesn't do too much, but she has the Russian dad, and that's a thing.
But
The
that also
quirky-
comes from her having a whole sequence where she's away from Scuba.
But okay, you say the jokes aren't good. You can't
You
tell
think
me.
Scuba's good?
No, but when they're like, so why do we call you Scuba? My name's
A Claude.
Wyver. I was like, I see if I had a friend whose second name was the Wyver, his ass is getting called Scuba for the rest of his life.
I guess that's fair. What wrecked that joke for me is that then he says, "What's your real name?" Claude, and it says Scuba's better. It felt like too much of a button on the joke.
You think it was like we should have added a wee audience laugh, like a small laugh track towards the end of it.
Yeah, it
What do
was
you
like
think?
we need to tell the audience to laugh here.
It is very, if Big Bang Theory were in a Rob Zombie movie humor.
Very much so, yeah.
Okay, so we've established you hate everything about this movie. You know, I tried here. Don't like your foreign movies. I gave you a good, warm-blooded, truly American movie. We even say multiple times. This is an American holiday. And you still don't. Chris, what are you wanting me here?
Not this.
Not this. Okay, so you don't you don't like Asia. You don't like America.
Don't do
Give me
this.
a country, Chris.
Don't do this.
Well,
This
Asia's a
you're not
continent.
representing me well. You know what you're doing.
What am I doing? I'm
We've
stating
talked
facts here.
about a few different Korean horror movies I really love. I just have some trepidation getting into anime.
What
And
do you mean
you're painting it
trepidation?
with a broad brush.
No,
It takes a
this
lot
is
for me to
STEMmy,
lock into animated media in general, Western or Eastern.
but it's better most of the time. I don't understand why you have this hard wall that causes you to not enjoy things as much.
It's just maybe it's ADHD related. It just involves what I'm able to lock into to get what's in the media. It's not that I'm denying that it's more depthful or just they can handle more concepts or do more interesting visual things, but for some reason the medium of animation doesn't lock into my eyes the same way. And I need to train myself to do that as well. I need to watch more animated media.
Maybe we can start you with like a Coco Melon Halloween special.
Okay.
Something with a lot of bright lights and music, something keeping you going. Or
Yeah, there you go.
a Simpsons Treehouse of Horror. That's good American values, isn't it?
Not a bad idea, actually. We should do that.
Oh, but how would you segment that out? Would you do one episode and do all three segments? Would you do like the
Yeah, you do all the segments.
Oh no, but would you do multiple episodes? Because that's on you're only rocking 30 minutes there.
True.
Then we'd be covering 9 segments where we're going full movie length.
Maybe like 2 episodes at that point. Because there's a lot
so-
to discuss. If you're discussing a riff on something else, then you're discussing the thing it's riffing on.
I suppose. So.
Imagine if we talked about The Shining before talking about The Shining.
Shush, you wanna be sued. Got the perfect accent for it.
It's true.
I'm trying to. Where's some scary media? But are you a Scooby Doo fan?
I like Scooby-Doo. I like Mystery Inc.
I'm looking at Zombie Island right now.
We'll do Zombie Island at some point.
Oh, have you never seen Scooby Doo Zombie Island?
I have seen it. It's been a while though. They end up in a mountain or whatever.
No.
Don't they end up in a mountain or a volcano, crossing rickety wooden bridges?
No.
All right. Agree to disagree.
What do you mean agree to disagree? I'm looking at its DVD right now.
We'll agree
That's
to
the
disagree.
one where it's set in like it's kind of like I think it's an island off Louisiana, and zombies like start rising from the grave.
They go underground or something. They're in caverns at some point.
Chris, there's a big difference between they're on top of a mountain crossing a volcano or they're in a cavern under the
I
ground.
never said on top of.
Okay. Okay.
I'm
But
catching
you
you on the
did say a
technicality.
volcano. You did say a volcano.
I did say, I'm pretty sure there's a volcano in it still.
Don't think there's a volcano in it, Chris.
We can agree to disagree.
We're gonna need to cover. We're going to cover Scooby Doo Zombie Island.
I think we're gonna have to. We're gonna have to see this through to the end.
Or we can argue about it once per episode until we cover it.
That sounds good. All right.
Okay, where were we at?
Well, before anything, I want to mention this scene that I'm looking at right now, where this big guy, one of the security guards, gets killed. But the killer is the most relatable person in the movie because he murders this man, and then he sees that the cat is hungry, and then he feeds the cat.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. He doesn't like capitalism. He might need to
Yeah,
go.
he doesn't like capitalism. He likes cats.
He hates teenagers. I mean,
He hates teenagers. He likes dressing up. He likes looking nice.
Okay.
He pets the cat.
He does. He gives the cat a little pat.
So,
What did
I
you
don't know.
think of his outfit? The John Carver look.
It's decent. I don't know if it's iconic at all, but it's not bad. I think it looks nice and it's shot well. It's a good.
Yeah.
It's not a good horror icon. It's not good imagery for that, but it's good imagery for a murder mystery. Like you can't tell what's going on with him. It doesn't show any
No.
emotions, and a lot of people are wearing the mask.
I think it works really well for it. I like especially the silhouette with the like extended cheekbones and the bill hat. Over something about it. I think it's. I don't know who's playing John Carver during the murder scenes. I imagine it's probably a stunt double, but the physical performance I think sells it well. This is
Definitely.
like if you take a Ghostface or a Michael Myers, I feel like John Carver is more likely to fuck you up. I feel like I would be more scared. In a
Yeah,
room with him.
definitely. I mean, even just knowing who the character is, yes, that guy would mess you up way more. He's in
Was that a
shape. He's
terrific
not a
look?
shitty teenager.
He's in shape and he will just throw shit at you until something hurts you.
Yeah.
Okay, so we established the kills are the best part of the movie, I would say by a large margin. Favourite
It's
kill?
what the movie is.
It is. It's a narrative vote leading you to the kills. But if you're just wanting like a dumb slasher movie, it works on that level.
Yeah. There's
Okay,
a
do you
few, before talking about, I'm trying to bounce around through the kills in my head. I have thoughts on a couple of them. We'll probably get to most of them. Honestly, the lady jumping into the dumpster and getting bisected might still be my favorite.
It's so good, and for being like, okay, the first stills they're very visceral. You see a lot of gore, but it's kind of it's like a brain dead gore, like it's silly gore. I think the
Yes.
reason the bin bisection works as well as it does is because initially leading up to the bin bisection, that it's a very brutal encounter. Like she's just getting stabbed, then her face is being torn off, and then she's getting chased in a car. Like none of it's comedic at all until the bin hit, where
Which
her torso
is
flies
goofy,
into the
yeah.
bin. It's goofy and it's almost like a. But see, this is where I think the movie is kind of funny because it's like a comedy jump scare. It's like they set up the tension of the fight and then they end it on such a stupid cliff note of oh yeah, and then she got slapped by a bin, cut in half, and then the scene cuts.
It almost ends on a womp womp.
Because it's like they almost set up like you're about to get this sick chase moment, and then it's maybe half a second of footage.
Right.
And the disrespect to put half her torso, the spike up her arm, and like
It's
I get he's an
crazy.
angry.
It makes sense
maybe-
though when you know that she's the one who killed his girlfriend, basically. That's kind of the most offhand brutal kill.
Yeah, and I think there's something fun about his girlfriend got hit by her shopping trolley, and he
Oh, and
kills
she
her
gets hit by the car.
with the use of a vehicle. I don't know what
Yeah.
the turkey scene's about. I don't understand what that's. He
I
makes
don't
reference.
understand any of the place setting. I don't understand why he put so much effort into making a dinner table, putting so much effort into cooking a lady. I don't get any of that. I don't see the significance beyond Thanksgiving. And even then, the movie feels like it's more about Black Friday than Thanksgiving. It's not even really trying that hard to draw the connection.
But I thought that was the point, though. The Thanksgiving holiday is supposed to be, in some people's eyes, celebratory of the indigenous cultures that used to be there. And instead, more people care about the fact that they can get 30% off a TV than they do
The day right
this
after.
holiday.
Yeah.
I do think there's I feel like Eli was sat there writing his script, scratching his brain, and he had some ideas, but things weren't piecing together, so he just made little slots every now and then. Because for me, the turkey scene, he makes reference to her husband. He's like, oh yeah, well, people were dying, you were sat up in your mansion, like happily ignoring this, having your dinner. So I took it as from wealth. Her wealth excludes her from being part of the horrible situation that took part in the shop, and that's represented through her food. No.
I see that.
And it's also an eat the rich because he makes her into a turkey.
Okay. And her husband, Gina Gershon's husband was drawn away from Thanksgiving dinner to go work. He was demanded to work and he couldn't eat because he had to go to his wage job.
See, Chris,
So I guess there's something to that.
There's not too much. I don't mean this as a pun, but there's not too much meat on the bone with this film. But there's a lot. You getting like a cheap rib. There's wee morsels to snack on.
Yeah, little morsels.
I do love a cheap rib. I feel like sometimes the cheap ribs taste better than the good ribs. Ever have that?
No, I'm not a rib guy, I'll be honest.
How can you not be a rib guy?
I just haven't had them much.
So how can you say you're not a rib guy if you haven't had them too much?
Because I haven't had them much, so how could I be a rib guy? Maybe I'll become a rib guy.
I was about to say, but you don't know you are a rib guy. There could be a rib guy deep inside you somewhere.
Maybe. As of right now, nah.
I don't know what American takeaways are like. Do you get a lot of Chinese restaurants?
Yeah, there's a lot of different stuff scattered around, especially in New York.
Okay, but are they like what's the word I'm looking for here? Like appropriated to Western
Yes.
palates. Okay, so you're getting the same shit that we do with the chicken balls and the cheap fried rice.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, if you find
There's
a
going to be
Chinese
variety,
restaurant,
but for the most part.
if you find some good cheap Chinese ribs, you will get with like a little sliver of meat on it, but it will be the best little sliver of meat you've ever tasted. You will just be charged like £10 for this little sliver, but it's some good shit.
I'll keep my eye out for the cheap ribs.
I feel like I hear more about Americans having ribs than in the UK.
Oh, definitely. I just haven't sought them out.
Okay, Chris. So what were we even talking about? It's in General
We're
Cat.
talking about the bin kill. We kind of passed by the whole Black Friday incident, but it's pretty self-explanatory. People just raid a store on Black Friday, and 1 year before the movie starts, I think is what we need to specify. And then the movie is taking place a year after, and the killer is taking revenge for what happened. Does he start posting things online right away after killing the first woman? or does that happen
Yes.
a little later?
No, the first tagging is footage from the original massacre.
Okay.
This is before. Also, you became very tinny. You've turned into a robot, Chris.
Okay. Well, I'll turn back into a human.
Oh, you did turn back into a human.
There you go.
It wasn't even like a bad robot. It just sounded like you put like a little robot filter on you for a moment.
Well, let me put it back. My phone was on my right ear instead of my left ear. Does it sound robot-y again?
Right, give me a little song. Give me some test here.
The ants go marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah.
No,
Ants
you
go
should
marching
perfectly
one by
fine.
one. Interesting. This is going to be fucking awful to edit. This is going to be fun.
Nah, because in us talking shite about it doesn't line up. We have to keep this in. And anyway, can you just pause for a moment? Why are you singing Noah's Ark about ants?
I don't know. That's just a song that exists.
No, the song that exists is the animals go marching 2 by 2.
No.
Because the point is we're going into Noah's Ark.
I think it's an American military thing, maybe. The ants go marching one by one. I don't remember where the
It's
song
pretty
comes
shit
from, but that's a
military if
song.
they're going by themselves.
Oh.
Maybe we should be in a group.
I think it's single file, not solo.
But why would you call yourself ants? Aren't ants designed to be crushed? Isn't that
I mean, ants are
supposed
designed to
pathetic?
be disposable, but smaller parts of a whole.
I don't know, I feel like getting called an ant's like, it's like derogatory, isn't it?
Ants are strong for their size.
For their size, but also if they were any taller, they would collapse in on themselves and die.
Yeah, what government has ever looked at soldiers in their army positively and not in a diminishing way? I'm pretty sure that's the point.
Yeah, but you're the ones that are singing songs about you being a bit shit. That can't be good for morale. Why can't you be like,
I don't think
I know
going to
it's a
war
cool
is good
animal.
for morale. I think they just do the best they can.
Yeah, so name calling during it also can't be good.
That's so much of being at war is calling each other names.
I don't know, I feel like if I
Have you
was going
seen
to get shot at,
Generation Kill?
Generation Kill, it sounds like an extreme version of Jackass.
No, it's just a show about, it's a drama about being in the American military, being deployed.
Okay, but regardless, calling yourself the ant, I feel like you're supposed to be like bigging yourself up a little bit. Not like you're
Okay.
getting the.
What do you want
Yeah.
me to say right now? You're just saying the same thing again.
Yeah, but why would you lower yourself? Like if you're going
Ask
to war,
them, man. Don't ask me. I didn't
but Chris,
write the
see-
song.
Chris, if you're getting drafted for war, are you inviting your friends round to watch Come and See beforehand? You're not. You're sticking on like a bit of I don't know, Tropic Thunder.
I
You're
don't know.
getting in
I'll
the
let
box.
you know when I get drafted for war what I do when I'm getting drafted for war. If that's what you're curious about, I'll let you know.
Okay, we'll do a little episode on Come and See beforehand and see if you feel any better about the situation.
Okay, we'll do that.
I like how I don't know how long we've been going, but nothing has been about this movie.
No, and what's fascinating is this movie is going so much faster just watching it on mute, talking to you, than actually watching the movie. I'm
Kind of
already
easy,
to the
to be
scene.
fair.
I'm already to the scene where the jock friend and his girlfriend get kidnapped.
I can't tell you how long we've been. Oh, 51 minutes going for not bad pacing. We have mostly been. I've been reviewing Cat. You've been.
I've been yelling at you.
You've been. Yeah, but I feel like this is informative. People did miss the Pebble chat, which I feel I was being my most educational during. I have to circle back.
Yeah,
to
you did.
Pebbles at
You
some
did
point.
miss some cat chat at the start before we started recording.
You see, you were listening to nothing I said. A Pebble is not a cat. I showed you full evidence of a Pebble.
Yeah, you showed me the dogs, that too, also, and then you switched to cats.
That's what I feel
Am
like.
I listening to you? That remains to be seen.
Well, see, so you understood that it was a dog, so we're getting somewhere.
It's a cute
Rome wasn't
dog.
built in a day, Chris.
No, it wasn't.
It's a cute group of. But do they compare to Bingus, Gumbus, Rigby?
Oh my god. You're gonna give me a stroke listing off all these weird cats.
They're not weird. Well, they're a little weird, but that's what makes them cute.
That's what makes them cute. That's why they're cute. That's why they're notable.
It is. Gumbus looks like both a baby and a 40-year-old man at the same time, and that's why we love her. She's had a hard little life. Like you,
Do you
like you
remember
having, yeah.
the guy, so the new boyfriend in the movie? He has a friend who's like 4 feet tall at the very beginning when they're waiting to get into the mall. Does that guy ever come back?
No, he sells Adderall. I think he's supposed to be a red herring because he's friends with, I think, the security guard that died at the beginning of the movie. But I don't know how
Just
that
tell
would
that
make
guy
things his
Xanax.
fault.
Okay.
No, it wasn't Xanax. It was Adderall to put them awake for their studies because they're like
they
we
were
are
okay. They were
Tory
buying.
boys. Do you want to get about this movie? Okay, our main protagonist and her little posh old boyfriend. It seems like he's just a bit of a twat, and it almost is supposed to be like building that she would leave him and go back to her ex, who did leave but seems apologetic for it. But in the end, we get a time skip and she's still with the asshole, and then our new ex-boyfriend is nowhere to be seen.
He shows up, but then the movie is about how he has disappeared for a whole year or the movie talks about how he disappeared for a whole year after breaking his golden arm. I guess going to rehab and probably being depressed as hell. He
I
looks
assumed
great
that was
for
going.
somebody who's been depressed for a whole year.
I assumed like that was like a Chekhov arm. Like he would his aim would. Do you know what it was supposed to be? It was supposed to be a red herring for when one of our girls tried to run out of John Carver's house and he spears her with that fork.
True. Yeah, definitely.
Insanely good throw.
Crazy
I
throw.
don't think I was.
The
Also, I
pressure
think
on
I was
that
having
throw
a
is
mental.
wild.
Suppose you always seem sharp in these stuff. Maybe it's just a very spiky
True.
pitch.
True.
Uh,
It does come back though.
Yep.
The arm, he throws a hammer through the window at the sheriff near the very end of the movie.
you froze a what?
He throws a hammer through a window at the sheriff.
We teach you that in sheriff training.
No, they teach you that in football, throwing a hammer through a window.
Have you? What's your average on that?
Like 9 out of 10 times I got the hammer through the window.
Oh, but are you
The other
going
time
on
it bounced and hit me in the shin.
Okay, but if it goes through, are you hitting with the blunt side or are you hitting with the spike side?
That's a great question. With the sharp side every time because my aim is impeccable.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You get anytime we try and talk about this movie, like my brain, it's floating away.
There's so much nothing to talk about in this movie. I don't even know what we would. We've touched on every part of the movie already. We've touched on who the killer is. We've touched on the kills. We've touched on the writing. There's how many? There's got to be at least 12 to 15 characters in this movie. There's too many characters, and none of them have anything to do, so they just get the smallest amount of development each.
Yeah, because we have two jock characters, and one of them gets chloroformed and taken out of the movie just for the sake of you're not useful to the plot.
Pretty
Insane
much.
head cave though, a beauty of a head cave.
Great kill on that guy. Yeah.
I
Brutal.
love any hammer kill. See, you add a little crunch to it. It's just like a sprinkle on top. I would love a horror film centered around a man that uses just hammers. Big hammers, medium hammers, small hammers. They're my favourite weapon. I think it's the little doink make when you hit things with them. Very satisfying for me.
Yeah, I mean we got one of those in Texas Chainsaw, our first episode.
We did, and I talked about
Crazy
how much I
mallet
loved
kill.
them then.
Yeah.
And this
They're
is
good.
also, we also got a blonde getting killed with a saw.
True. Interesting.
But this one had the balls to actually show you it.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm thinking about with the hammer kill too. Is that in Texas Chainsaw you don't see anything in the one we watched.
There is some really fucked up moments in this film, which kind of takes me aback. But like, because most horror movies nowadays, unless it's something like a Terrifier, which is the entire point, it's supposed to be gruesome, kind of a bit more vanilla than it used to be. But in this movie, not only do we get man holding his scored girlfriend, just asking what do I do and staring at a wall, we get man gets impaled through a face, and his two granddaughters are screaming at him to wake up and move.
I changed my answer. That's my favorite death in the movie. That is absolutely bar none my favorite. Yeah. The boat going through the man's face and then the blood pouring out. Grim as hell. But
it's such a good scene.
It keeps the tone just somewhat comedic in a way that what are the kills that don't work for me? The lady getting roasted in the oven is too grim. I feel like it doesn't strike the tone properly.
I don't know, because you don't see too much of it. I feel like if you lingered on it, it would affect it worse. But you really only see a little bit of a roast, and then she's out. I was going to say fully basted. That's horrible. She's out. I can't say glazed either. What's a good description for a turkey that doesn't sound?
Let's not describe a dead woman like a turkey. I think that's a good start in being tasteful.
To be fair, she looked like she tasted good. I was like, we definitely had some.
Oh my god,
some good pork on set. Because see when he did that little side cut, I was like, God, he cooked it to perfection. To be fair,
it did look cooked well. I guess you're right.
It was just a little bit of juice coming out. It was like ever so slightly pink. That was a well cooked person.
Yeah, all your experience cooking people, you would know.
Got some cooking qualifications. I've never tried a person, but I mean, I suppose it's meat, isn't it? You do the same. You crack the bones, slice them to look fancy.
I suppose, man.
You do a little glaze on it so it crispens up.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Don't tell me you've never thought about what a person would taste like. I feel like everyone must have thought about it at some point.
I've thought about, would I try that if it were offered to me? If someone said, this person did not die so you could eat them, it's incidental that this is a dead person, and I've cooked them. The only instance I think is if Hannibal made me a meal, because he looks like he knows how to prepare that shit properly. Hannibal from the television show specifically.
To be fair, maybe human just tastes really good and he's just a bit of a medium cook? Because how are you going to compare it?
True. I don't know. How would you? I couldn't.
cunt. I used to always look up what cannibals said human tasted like, but I always got contradictory opinions. Like some say turkey, some say chicken, some say tuna.
I heard chicken the most, I think.
I know we're supposed to be quite gamey and quite salty, which if you take human aside, if someone described that as a meat to you, you'd be like, that sounds incredible.
I'm not
feel
going to
like
go
I
that
would do
far, just for my own sake.
Okay, someone's offered
Can we
you
talk-
human and you've decided to accept. What's your side pairing?
For some reason, cranberry sauce seems like it would go well.
Oh, that's a little
Going off of
campy.
the
I like that.
Thanksgiving theme.
I feel like mashed potatoes and some gravy.
Yeah, so just honestly, just a Thanksgiving meal then. Do you know what an American Thanksgiving meal involves? It's just turkey, mashed potatoes, gravy, cranberry dip, and some stuffing, which is just bread and fat, I think. I don't really know what goes into stuffing.
I feel like if I was to be cooked, I wouldn't mind too much. See if no one was gonna miss me and they're like, could you eat you? Sure, whatever, I'm dead. I feel like stuffing me is like one step too far. I feel like I wouldn't be happy with that.
No stuffing. Don't stuff me with nothing, alive or dead.
You don't want basted from the afterlife.
No, I don't.
You feel a little tingle when you're up in heaven. You're like, ooh.
Yeah, I feel the tingle from getting stuffed for sure.
I meant the baster. God's up there like, why are you sitting funny?
Oh, demented. Can we talk about Yulia for a second? The blonde girl with the Russian dad?
Yeah, talk about Yulia. What about Yulia? What's she doing?
I thought it was a great joke that her dad comes in and says, we're going to Florida. And I assumed she would just not be in the movie anymore. I assumed they would just drive to Florida. I got upset when this guy who seemed like he was making a smart decision then just goes home slowly. He sees a dead cop and he doesn't freak out. He just goes up to him like he's collapsed from a heart attack. Missed opportunity, I think, to have either a good joke or competent character. Funny that Scuba doesn't turn the safety off and gets his girlfriend killed. Also funny that he doesn't act fast enough because 100% he could have saved her in that scenario. She's holding herself up by an arm that's getting sawed while he's not moving, and then he doesn't move until she's halfway down her guts on the saw blade.
To be fair, that is supposed to be one of the main dangers, because there was a YouTube video where someone broke down like what piece of like, I don't even know what you'd call it, but like woodworking equipment would do to a human body, and the buzzsaw sucks you in. Like if you get grabbed by it, it pulls you in towards it because of the little notches on the blade moving fast.
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah, it's horrifying. Even if your finger just grazes it, your hand's going right towards it.
Yeah, wild. I think as a football player, he could have tackled her if he had acted quickly, and she would maybe still die from blood loss, but, he could have tried a little better. I would have done better is what I'm saying. I wouldn't have frozen up if I saw my girlfriend getting chopped to bits. That wouldn't have traumatized me or scared me.
Your football skills, you would have just launched a hammer at him.
That's exactly right, yeah. I would have launched it, angle end at the bad guy and actually get him in the eye socket because my arm is so good.
Could have reverse bataranged it, threw it from behind him.
Yeah, I actually have something in my arm that's like Captain America's shield. I hit a button and then it brings the hammer back.
I feel like that's got to be cheating when you're on the field.
Yeah, how are they going to prove it though?
Probably the big button that's on your wrist.
No, I don't show them that. They don't know.
You just keep your sleeves rolled the entire game.
Yeah, all the time. And I say it's a history thing. I don't want to share it with you. It's chilly. It's chilly as funny.
Imagine you've got like the Infinity Gauntlet with a little glove on top.
Yeah, exactly. This is just a big, wrinkly, weird hand, but it's just a glove. Don't worry about it.
Yes, I don't know what else to talk about with this movie. I've talked about basting people.
Nothing else.
And
yeah, if we're moving chronologically, we passed the first lady, the dumpster kill. We've talked about the guy who gets decapitated because he has a cat. That's cute. Then what's next? The trampoline kill we haven't mentioned. That's
the trampoline
right.
kill is sick.
Yeah, that one is rough to watch.
And it's the Zionist staple. It's the Achilles tendon sever. More movies should have that. It's got to be top 3 places on my body I wouldn't want cut.
Oh, absolutely. And it's such a harsh one too. It's not a direct cut. It's through the heel. It's rough.
And it's one that the second because in that situation, you're either falling on the floor, so you're falling onto it, which sucks, or you're trying to stand up, which is going to tear it further, which also sucks. You were really no way out of it.
No, you're done once that happens.
Maybe we do need a Zionist special so you can see more in-depth Achilles cuts.
I don't want whatever that would wind up being. Let's not do that.
But that's why I'm sure you would have seen Hostel, because that's like iconic.
I believe you. That's why I figure we'll watch it eventually, because it's pretty in the zeitgeist.
It's in the zeitgeist, and I think that was probably the most talked about. This is a fucked up movie when I was in primary school that wasn't Human Centipede.
Human Centipede is the one I've heard more about.
Centipede's okay. I think that's as bad. First one's tame for the
Do you have a
concept.
favorite of the three?
Definitely not Free. Probably, I think the first one's kind of a good movie. You can maybe do Human Centipede.
I'd be down to. I haven't seen that either.
You haven't seen Chris. I thought you were a horror fan. Not seen Hostel or Human Centipede.
Well, I watch movies I think I'll like. I don't know about those. Maybe I'll like them, but they seem grimy. Like I said, even a
Yeah.
couple of kills in this movie were a little too grim for me. Mostly
No,
because
I
it was
love-
trying to be comedic as well. If it was living in that, maybe I could have found the tone a bit more.
Yeah, because whilst I was watching, you've made clear you're not a fan of Terrifier. I feel
Yeah,
like
I've
this
only
is in,
seen
like, a
the first
similar
one
boat.
and half of the second one.
But it's Christmas, Chris. We might have to do the third one.
Shit. In which case, I would have to finish the second one or watch it the whole way through.
We'll do a full series extravaganza. It will take us 6 hours, I think.
It would. Those movies are long, right?
The first one's only an hour and a half, and then the second one's 2.5, and then the third one's 2.
Oh, okay.
So it's really not that bad. Unless you're also wanting to watch Seven Circles of Hell and All Hallows Eve.
I'd be down to. I'm curious about those, knowing that art shows up before Terrifier.
Hell, yeah, maybe we can do that as a... I doubt anyone would join that live stream. We'd have to make our own little server.
We should make our own Discord. Stay tuned for that. We'll make an uncanny Discord.
Well, we could do little watch-alongs if you... I don't know how to stream shit.
Yeah, I don't mind figuring that out. I need to fix my PC. A little bit of Chris lore. My PC has been broken for 2 months. I've been recording on a friend's PC or on my phone. So that's something. That's been fun.
Charlie,
I should have
what,
that
I
figured
have
out
a
by
PC.
January. But before then, I have no clue.
I think I've proven you don't really need a PC. I think my phone works kind of fine.
Yeah, it's true. I'd like to have one. It would make it easier.
It would make stuff easier, but I don't really think there's anything I need to do that I can't not do on a phone.
No, definitely not. It's just ease of use.
I think we're trailing on about just random shit at this point.
We're having
We're
so
on to
much more
different
fun
movies.
talking about anything but this movie. Something I want to mention in regards to the first trailer from Grindhouse. They have the parade scene, or they have a parade scene, and they have a guy in a chicken mascot costume get decapitated. And that's a better kill in that trailer than the kill of the chicken mascot in the movie, to me. In the
Oh,
trailer, he's
interesting.
stumbling around. He gets his head cut off and he stumbles around for about 20 seconds, like waving his arms and losing his balance. And in the movie, he just falls over. And it looks good. The effects are good, but it's not as good of a kill.
I feel like it would bring down the momentum from that scene because it's a very fast-paced scene.
It would. Yeah, you're right. Because they get
As
in
much
and
as I
out.
love the running around with a chicken with his head cut off.
That's what's so good about it, yeah. But I was frustrated with how quickly they got out of the parade. It's probably a budget thing more than anything, but I wanted more parade shenanigans.
I don't know. I feel maybe the reason I enjoyed this more when I saw it in the cinemas was because of... I wouldn't even say it's shocking. I just think it's more surprising that this is in your everyday slasher movie that you get in the cinema. I think, see, if you watch this with a crowd, you probably have a lot more fun.
Yeah, that makes sense. It does
Is there
keep
anything-
your attention. I wouldn't imagine you'd have audience members who are actively bored, but they might be making their own entertainment a bit. So you'd have an active audience, but not in a bad way.
You'd have
Just
people in the
reacting a
corner
lot.
talking about being basted and someone else is looking at kitty cats. Is
Yeah.
there anything you'd like to say before we wrap this up? Because we cannot stay on focus. It's not happening.
Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, we should try to pull something out of our ass to conclude this, right? Because this has been such a nonsense episode. What do you think of Patrick Dempsey? What do you think of the guy who's revealed to be the killer? Who's big in Grey's Anatomy is what he's known for mostly.
Bit of a dilf.
Yes,
a little
the
short. Kind of undermines his scariness. I mean,
Okay.
go short kings. We
Yes,
love
definitely.
a dilf short king that hates capitalism and teenagers.
And loves cats.
He does love a cat.
I hope he's in the sequel. He sort of escapes at the end of this. They don't find his body, and I think he'd be fun in the sequel.
I don't know. I guess we'll have to see when the sequel eventually gets made, if it ever does.
Yeah,
Not holding
I
out
don't
hope.
care if they make a sequel or not. I wouldn't mind them not making one.
Is that our closing thoughts out the short dilfs out there?
Pretty much. I wouldn't care if they made a sequel to this or not, is basically my closing thoughts. I wish Eli Roth had trusted someone else to write this. It's kind of a problem I have in general with a lot of writer/directors is usually they do one not as good as the other one, and they should have just trusted someone to do frankly, Christopher Nolan, I have this problem with sometimes. I wish he would bring in more people to write more intricate scripts for things.
Yeah, I don't
Less
know enough
intricate,
about
actually less
Nolan.
intricate.
I don't know enough about Nolan to know what ones he has wrote and he has just directed. Didn't he write Interstellar just with a scientist helping him?
Well, Interstellar's a weird one because his brother wrote the original script for Interstellar, but it was much more science fantasy, and then he adapted the script.
I feel like his brother should write more movies for him.
With Christopher Nolan, for me, it's mostly the dialogue that I don't like.
But you don't like Alfred Pennyworth going, "Master Wayne," every 5 seconds.
fall? No, not that much.
I'm sorry, Master Wayne.
He has gorgeous visual language, but I feel like I don't even think he shouldn't write his own things. And it's to draw this out and bring this into the conversation about Thanksgiving. I don't think these people have no value. I think the structural writing and concepts, we've talked about a few concepts in this movie that work decently. I think that stuff is fine. I don't think I'm even maligning them entirely as a writer, but they don't trust people to do a pass on their script and to rewrite it in a way to make it better. And I wish that was more common.
There we go. I think that's a very concise and more on point closing thought than I would have given.
Yeah, thanks for following our ramble through this movie. Follow us on Instagram at Uncanny Valley Pod. Email us at theuncannyvalleypod@gmail.com. Let us know if you like this movie more than us. Let us know if you think of a movie that does similar things better. Maybe there's a version of this out there that we're not thinking about that kills all of this.
So, Chris, next episode, I do not know what it is. I have zero
Let's
idea
watch Titan.
what next week is. Is it
Let's do
pronounced
Titan
Titan
next week.
or is it Tan? I'm sure
Tan?
I heard someone in an interview calling it Titan.
I've only heard it pronounced by Americans, so I'm not going to say I know. Let's do that movie, the one that people know we're talking about, and we'll pronounce it correctly next week.
French one. A scary one for us to
French
try
one.
talk about.
Yeah, the one I'm
think I-
nervous about talking about.
Is this our closing line? Us being terrified.
Yeah, we're scared.